Hi, welcome to the Crafts channel. My name's Corinne Brad, and today I've got a great project for you for using up scraps of fabric. Lots of my projects are to use scraps of fabric up because I have lots of scraps of fabric. But it is quite simply a little fabric card wallet, and it's got snap fasteners, but it's also got pockets, staggered pockets. So if you're going out and you just want to take perhaps a bank card, couple of quid, you can easily get to them. You don't have to take your whole wallet out. And you can make it in a multitude of fabrics. And actually you can even resize it if you want to do it as a small, I don't know, something to put postage stamps in, or for little children, a play wallet. So there will be a template in the description below, which is here. Hopefully the one that you print out won't be quite as battered as this one. I think my dog sat on this. And you'll notice on the template I have marked pocket lines. And they are 1.5 centimetres apart, but we'll come to that in a minute. What you need to start with, don't let me lose my bank card, is 2 pieces of fabric, which measure 17 centimetres by 11 centimetres. And then you want 4 pieces of fabric. You don't want 4 at all. You want 3 pieces of fabric, which are 11 centimetres by 9 centimetres. And you want to fold them in half, wrong sides together. And then you want to cut a piece of a fusible interfacing, just a little bit smaller than that half. So open up your folded fabric, pop your interfacing in so that the top edge of it lines up on the fold, and press 1/2 of it down. Open it up and peel off the backing paper. Fold it in half again. Make sure it's completely flat, because now you're going to fuse this fabric together. And then give it another press. And that's not essential, but what it does do is it gives a certain amount of stability to the individual pockets in your wallet. And it stops them getting, you know, folded up and folded over as you're using it. Just going to let that bit cool while I iron this bit, because I've just realised it's much easier to take the backing paper off when it's cool. That's the one I've already done. No, it's not. How have I managed to do that? I've managed to fuse it to itself before I'd even taken the backing paper off. That's impressive even for me. Let's just get that little strip of stray cotton out the middle of that. So there are your 3 pockets. And what you can do if you want is, I don't think I've done it on any of these, but you know, if you're adding extra detailing to this project, what you can do is you can always top stitch along that folded edge, but it's really not that necessary. So then decide which of your fabrics is going to be the inner, and I'll use this lighter colour. Let's just give it a quick press. And then, just with a pencil, if you take the bottom edge and draw a line 1.5 centimetres up from there, and then another one 3 centimetres up from there. These are your guidelines. So I want to have my little bird print on the outside, and then we'll have the mustard, and then we'll have the floral. So take the raw edge of your pocket, line it up to that 3 centimetre line, set yourself a zigzag, quite a small zigzag, and just stitch the bottom of your pocket to the inner of your wallet. Now, if you're a beginner sewer and you've just started out with a donkey's years old machine and you don't have a zigzag stitch facility, you don't have to zigzag it, you can just straight stitch it, but I find with zigzags it does mean that there's less fraying while your wallet is in use. So take your second pocket, lay the raw edge against that pencil line that you've drawn, and do the same thing. And then your final pocket lines up with the bottom edge of the wallet. Now I am going to zigzag this one in place just to hold it. It is an extra seam that you are going to cover in a minute. So there you've got your 3 pockets, and then if you take your other piece of fabric that's going to be the outer, and place it face down over the first one, and just pin it at the corners. And then what you want to do is you want to sew all the way around this, but you want to leave a gap somewhere at the top half side of this wallet. Don't leave the gap down here where your pockets are, because you need that seam to hold them in place. So again, I'm just going to make a little mark so I remember where to leave my gap. Set your machine back to a straight stitch and sew all the way around. Until you get to the mark where you need to leave your gap. And then find what you've done with your scissors. Clip your corners off so that you get a nice corner turnout, which is especially important on these bottom corners because you've got extra layers of fabric there where you've got the bottom of your pocket. And then also, you've probably seen on my videos before where I cheat with openings and I tend to glue them open. I'm just going to press this one. Like so. Just a tip while I'm doing this, don't ever iron on your self-healing cutting mat because it will heal from cuts, it won't heal from an iron. It will turn into a boat. Pop your finger inside the gap. Make sure your finger is on the outside of your pockets. And this will be a little bit trickier to turn out because those pockets have been stiffened. But turn the whole thing inside out. Getting the corners out as far as you can with your fingers. Before employing a sturdy knitting needle to push them out fully. And then flatten it out onto the world's smallest ironing board. And give it another good press. So you have your pockets and then you have your fold over flap. Now what I am going to do is I am going to top stitch the flap just to close up that pocket seam, and I just want a narrow top stitch, so I'm going to move my needle to the right. Can't remember how you do it. Oh, here you go. And start at the top of the pocket. You can skip this step if you want, and you can simply close that pocket, or the turning gap up, with a very small oversew stitch. And run back down again to the other top of the pocket. So there you've got your wallet, and if you bring it down flat, and again just press that fold. So then what you can do to make your fastening is, if you hold it closed, before you do that, just check that your bank card will go in that top pocket and this closes over the top. Because otherwise you're going to struggle. Right, where I've done this, and I think this piece of fabric was slightly too small, it's not halfway. So actually, fold it here and give it a press. Don't you love it when you use the same pattern for every example and the same measurements, and yet when you actually do it and you're being filmed, it doesn't come out the same size? Such is life. So now you've got it and you know that your card will fit in there. Pop it in there. Take your stiletto and come in about, I'd say, 1 centimetre from both edges and pierce through your flap and the front of that first pocket. Come in again 1 centimetre from both edges and do the same thing. So the flap and the front of that first pocket. And then choose some of these resin fixed snaps. Let's go with yellow for the inside and where does that go? Yeah, orange for the outside. And what you want is, for each snap you want 2 drawing pin pieces and a male and a female piece. Or what you can do 2 males with one colour, 2 females with another colour. I try not to do that because then what happens is you end up with just your leftover snaps. You've only got males or females. So I try and distribute them evenly. Pop your drawing pin into the hole that you've made from the inside and put a male or female piece on top of it. And then while you're holding that in place, and this is slightly tricky because you'll need to manipulate the wallet so you've got enough room to get that on there square. Clamp it down. Do the same with the hole on the other side. Oh. Check it's located in the indentation on your pliers. And then whatever you do, when you set the other snaps, make sure that if you've got a female piece on one side, you put a male piece on the corresponding side. Because otherwise they won't work. And there you go. And they snap shut. Oh. And as I say, you can just pop your cards, your driving licence, your RSPB membership card inside. And it's very easy just to pop in a small clutch bag to take out for the night instead of your normal size purse. So I hope you like that idea. As I say, there will be a template in the description below. And it does work, it does fit. All the others fitted. But just before you make the final... Oh, can't get that open now. I've lost my money for good. Oh, no, there you go. Before you make the final step of adding those poppers, just check an average bank card will go in and that your flap will come over. If your flap comes over too short, then just adjust your poppers. The fabric is so nice, it doesn't really matter if you see a little bit of the overhang. Right, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Keep safe and we'll see you soon.
If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.